The path you're walking might look safe, even familiar, but is it God's path? I heard the phrase along the beaten path while sleeping. It's a reminder that not all well worn roads lead to life. Are we walking in alignment with God or drifting with the crowd? Let's talk about the dangers of straying and the power in following His path rather than the world. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. So the beaten path can have two meanings. On one hand, it may represent the way of the world, a path many follow, driven by trends, comfort, and ease. On the other hand, it could symbolize the ancient godly path of faith and obedience, one well worn by footsteps of those who walk closely with God. The question is, which path are you walking? In Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16, God calls his people to a choice. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. There's a promise here. When we align ourselves with God's ways, we find rest, clarity, and purpose. But aligning with Him requires intention. It's not automatic. But let's be honest, walking the path of least resistance can feel safe. But Scripture warns us that not every well-trod road leads to life. Job chapter 22 verse 15 and 16 asks, "Will you keep to the old path that the wicked have trod? They were carried off before their time, their foundations washed away by a flood." Matthew chapter 7 verse 13 says, "Enter by the narrow gate, for the gate is wide and the way is easy that leads to destruction, and those who enter by it are many." The wrong path is deceptive. It might look stable, but its foundation won't withstand the storms of life. When we walk in disobedience or follow the crowd, we risk missing out on God's best. God invites us to return to the ancient paths, the ways of righteousness, obedience, and truth. Deuteronomy chapter 32 verses 7 reminds us to reflect on the faithfulness of God through the generations. Remember the days of old. Consider the generations long past. Ask your father, and he will tell you, your elders, and they will explain to you. These ancient paths aren't outdated. They're timeless because they align with God's eternal truth. When we think of Abraham and Moses and David, their lives weren't perfect, but they walked paths marked by faith and obedience. Their journeys remind us that God is faithful to guide those who really seek Him. The beauty of walking with God is that we're never left to navigate this life alone. Isaiah chapter 30 verses 21 promises, "Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" When we commit to walking in alignment with God, He provides clarity, even when the path feels uncertain. His word becomes our guide, as Psalm 119 verse 105 declares, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." This is why staying in communion with God is critical. It's not just about avoiding the wrong path. It's about choosing the best one, the one that leads to Him. So how do we make sure we're walking in alignment with God? It starts with surrender. We lay down our desires, distractions, and doubts and allow Him to direct our steps. Proverbs chapter 4 verses 26 and 27 encourages us. "Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil." Walking with God isn't always easy. It may require you to leave the beaten path of the world, but it's worth it. The reward is peace, rest, and the assurance that you're exactly where He wants you to be. I want to leave you with this thought. Are you walking a path that's simply convenient, or are you walking the path God has set before you? If you're unsure, ask Him. He's faithful to answer. Take a moment to reflect on Jeremiah 6:16 and ask, Lord, am I on the right path? Show me the ancient way and help me walk in it. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs encouragement. Let's commit to walking the path of faith and obedience together. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for more encouragement as we journey towards God's best for our lives. Let's walk this path, following the one who leads us to life. Until next time, God bless.